All right, second is a public hearing for proposed amendments to the Board of Health fee schedule. The Board of Health is now opening the public hearing to accept comments and consider adoption of the Board of Health fee schedule, April 2nd, 2026 at 2:01 PM. Notice of this hearing was advertised in the Cape Codder newspaper, March 27th, 2026. The hearing will be conducted in the following manner. Health Agent Meredith Ballinger will review the proposed fee schedule. The board can accept comments from the public. You three, thank you. And request prior to giving your comment, you state your name and your affiliation. Upon closing the hearing to public comment, the Board of Health members will discuss the information received and determine if additional information is required, if the proposed fee schedule should be amended, or vote to approve or deny the proposed fee schedule. Meredith, will you now give us an overview of the fee schedule?
Thank you. So the legal advertisement in the Cape Codder newspaper read as follows. The Orleans Board of Health will hold a public hearing on Thursday, April 2nd at 2 p.m. to discuss and adopt the proposed Board of Health fee schedule to take effect immediately after adoption. This hearing will be held in the Nauset Meeting Room at Town Hall and virtually via Zoom. In your packet, I include the proposed changes to the fee schedule. Alex and I took a look at most of the towns on Cape Cod to kind of see where we kind of fell in range of our fees, what they looked like with theirs. We also have included a new category that goes under a temporary food permit called a limited temporary food permit that has a much more reduced cost to it. Solely due to the fact that with that permit, it's going to be a set list of items that people can serve that are low risk and really don't involve as much of an administrative burden to our staff. So we felt like they could have a much lower fee.
Limited review.
Yep. And the idea that mostly came about, so some background for you guys, last year, you guys will probably remember Alex and I went out around July 4th when we heard about a lot of people serving food and we hadn't, during a First Friday event, and we had no idea about it. After talking with a lot of business owners, many of them were unaware of the permit requirement, and when we kind of walked them through it, that $75 was a big deterrent because a lot of the food they were giving out was for free, and it was really just, again, part of that big First Friday push to get people in their businesses. So we tried to come up with a compromise by having a much more limited, low-risk menu. They can still have a permit from the health department as required, and the fee is much lower. So the fee we're proposing for that is $20.
Is this where you want to take questions, or do you want to go through all of this?
Whatever is easiest for you guys. Happy.
While we're on that one, something like the Chamber's First Friday thing, if someone is in that for the year as a year-round business, is this per month or is it one permit for the season or the year?
It's a permit per event.
Okay. So you know who's in and who's out.
Yes. Any additional questions?
That's it for
A
me.
lot of them went down.
I don't think any of them went down.
Okay, with no further questions on the limited temporary food permit, I'll go through the rest of the proposed changes. So, for a Title V inspection report, also known as an inspection on sale report in our office, the current fee is $100 and the proposed fee is $115. For a disposal works construction permit, for a new system, the existing fee is $125. The proposed fee is $150. For a repair, for a disposal works construction permit, it's $125 with a proposed $150 fee. Minor repair, the existing fee is $75 with a proposed $100 fee. An abandonment is currently $75 with a proposed fee of $100. Disposal works construction permits with variances, which have a much more involved process. They come to the Board of Health and require more review on behalf of the agent or the inspector. The existing permit for a new septic system is $200. The proposed is $225. A repair $200, with a proposed $225. The disposal works construction permit with I-8 Technology. For a new one is, the existing fee is $250. The proposed will be $275. A repair, $250. The proposed is $275. Tanning licenses, the existing fee is $50 for the license, and then it's $25 per bed, or tanning bed. And then the proposed is $100 with a proposed $50 per bed. Swimming pool license is currently $125 with a proposed fee of $150. A recreation camp, the current license is $125 with a proposed fee of $150. Tobacco license is $100, proposed is $125, and well construction permits is currently $60 with a proposed $75 fee. So I kind of ran through all those quickly, but do you guys have any additional questions about the permit or the proposed fee change?
The only question I have is, or it's more of a comment, nothing to be done about it. We're the only one on this sheet that has a license per tanning bed, in addition to a license to the establishment itself.
I don't know if that changed in 2020. I think the idea behind that was when we go and do inspect the tanning facility, we have to inspect each bed. So if they have more beds,
Takes longer.
it takes longer.
That was my question, is there a per unit inspection? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any further questions, or we can open this to public comment?
Good.
Is there public comment?
You don't have any hands raised.
Thank you, Mia. Entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion, go ahead. Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
John's motion and Sim's second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, any further comments from the board?
Mr. Chairman, in the matter of the March 2026 Health Department fee schedule review, noting that some of the fees have been adjusted and some of the fees have not. The health agent has just read us a list of those that are changing, and I move we accept the recommendations of the health agent as stated and as printed.
Just to be overly cautious, you said March 2nd, it's April 2nd?
April
Oh,
2nd.
If amended.
Yeah, it's the March fee schedule review,
Oh,
which is the title of the document we were referencing in our review.
never mind.
I didn't put a date on it.
Okay.
I don't
I'll read
believe.
it really quick. And second, Meredith asked that these all be effective for January 1st, 2027, except for the new permit, the limited food, what do we call it?
Limited
Temporary food permit. be
I will
effective as of
incorporate
today.
that amendment in my motion.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Great. Okay, agenda item number 3 is 63 Old Field Road.
Stephanie got out her shoehorn.
So much space, and yet we still need variances. Stephanie Sequin with Ryder and Wilcox. I'm representing Bill and Cynthia Seibold, who are the owners of the beautiful property at 63 Old Field Road. We're requesting local upgrade approval to replace the existing cesspools with a Title V system. The total lot area is 5 acres. There's a little over 100,000 square feet of upland. There is an existing 6-bedroom house on the property. According to assessor's records, it was built in 1940. It has a converted cesspool system and an on-site well. I don't show the entire property on the Title V plan, but it's basically a peninsula that is virtually surrounded by water and salt marsh. There is a coastal bank that sort of defines the property as well. The 100-foot buffer to the coastal bank covers all but the very, very center of the lot, which is where basically the building is. So in order to, and then also we have the existing well that is, the 100-foot buffer around that well is further eating into the area outside of the 100-foot buffer. So trying to place a leaching system on the property, I simply tried to center it between the two banks, splitting the difference from the proposed leaching system to the bank on either side. And as a result, the system that we've come up with and is on this plan that's been submitted requires several variances. The proposed leaching system at its closest point is approximately 90 feet from the top of the coastal bank, where your regulations require 100 feet. So we're requesting a 10-foot reduction in that setback. Because of the sloping grade where the proposed leaching system is going, in order to get adequate cover over the low side of the leaching system, we have more than 3 feet of cover over the high side of the leaching system. There's roughly 4 feet of cover over that end, so where 3 feet maximum is allowed. So we're asking for a 1-foot increase in the final grade over the proposed leaching system. And finally, we're not showing a reserve area, so we're requesting a variance from the requirement to show a reserve leaching area. In the event this leaching area fails in the future, it would simply be replaced in the same location. And as mitigation for the additional depth of cover over the leaching system, we've specified that heavy-duty components be used. Covers will be built up to within 6 inches of grade, which has to be done anyway. And the leaching system is vented as required by Title V when we have more than 3 feet of cover. So that's all I have to say, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Stephanie. Meredith, anything to add?
No, I was checking it off as Stephanie went through everything. She kind of touched on everything I was going to comment on. I can confirm this is an existing 6-bedroom dwelling. You guys have seen this property before, I believe, back in December when they came in for a bedroom determination. It's currently served by a cesspool. So anything that they're doing now will be an upgrade from what is existing.
And I believe this was before you 2 weeks ago regarding the order to upgrade and the time frame. And it was, I think, discussed then, the fact that there are plans to expand the building. They're in the works. And so just so no one is surprised when, plans for an addition come in, that's what's in the works.
All right. Comments from the board?
But no increase in bedrooms, obviously.
Maybe one more.
Just kidding. Half the space. Any other comments?
What's the standard?
Oh, I do not have that in front of me. Let me find it. I usually have a
Off the
cheat
top of your
sheet.
head? Come on.
Off the top of my head, it needs to provide equal or more environmental protection.
I was kidding. I didn't, but that is what I thought it was. And it's seeing it does seem to be actually better than what is there.
Much better.
And I don't know where else you'd put it.
Well, to deny the variances would reasonably deny them use of the property as it exists now.
And I think the reserve, if you tried to do the reserve area, it would hit in the well location.
There's no reasonable
Can't do
reserve
it.
area.
So, you want me to give it a shot or no?
Before, though, are there butters present? Hearing none. Go for it.
In the matter of 63 Oakfield Road, finding that the applicant has shown that it's actually the upgrade is actually a benefit to the environment as opposed to equal to. I move approval of the request for variance from 310 CMR 15.221, where 4 feet is required below grade, 3 feet is provided for a 1-foot variance. 310 CMR 15.248 for the reserve area, as there's nowhere to put a reserve area. And under the Orleans Board of Health Regulations, section 185, 17.3, where a 90-foot setback from the coastal, or 100-foot is required from the coastal bank, at 90 feet is provided for a 10-foot variance. And a sufficient area for the reserve is not available on site.
Before I second, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Has this matter been to the Conservation Commission yet?
It has not. We're on the agenda for next Tuesday.
Very good. Would you mind noting that in your motion?
And noting that they still
Yes.
required it for Conservation Commission approval.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
300.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not stepping on toes. Not stepping on toes.
What? Yeah. Ready.
You, Stephanie?
Thank you, Stephanie. I mean, it's.
Agenda item number 4 is 87 Captain Linnell Road.
Yeah. Sure.
Just so the board knows and everyone listening at home, I was involved in the sale of this property, but these were not my clients, and I did not represent them in any way.
Me too.
Just want to put it out there.
Good afternoon, board members. Bob Reedy, engineer with JM O'Reilly and Associates. I do represent the property owners, Emily and Neil Epstein.
Good.
I'm actually here on behalf of Matt Farrell, who is actually the project manager, but he's out of office this week. So he's entrusted me with the presentation here. What the property owners are proposing to do is some interior remodeling as well as some exterior remodeling to the existing home. It's an existing 4-bedroom dwelling. They are looking to add, they're remodeling the master bedroom, and there's also a new kitchen addition that you can see on the rear part of the building on the plan, as well as a screened-in porch, which is kind of replacing a deck which currently in the back area there. The existing septic tank and distribution box is essentially right where the screened porch is proposed to go. So the property owners are proposing a new 1,500-gallon septic tank and distribution box, and what they'd like to do is connect it to the pre-1995 existing leaching facility, which consists of leaching chambers. The existing system was installed in 1989. It's been inspected a couple times recently, including most recently by our office in December of 2025, and was confirmed to be in passing condition at that time. There's no change to the bedrooms proposed here. It's going to remain 4 bedrooms, really just seeking the board's approval for connection of a new septic tank to an existing leaching facility that's pre-95. I don't believe there's any other requests in here, so I'd be happy to answer any questions the board has.
Thanks. Meredith, anything to add?
Yes, you touched on many of my points, some additional information for the board. There was a COC issued by the Health Department in 1989. As Mr. Reedy said, it did receive a passing Title V inspection report with an inspection date of September 4th, 2024. The Health Department does have one additional question. Is the screened porch in fact going to be a true screened-in porch? There's not going to be any glass, not going to be weather tight?
I believe that's correct, but I can follow up and make sure and just kind of confirm with you.
That would add a bedroom.
Put out a
That
bedroom?
would potentially add a bedroom, so that's why we need
The
further
glazing man.
clarification. Yeah, then we have
I'm
to
sure
do
that's their
glazing.
intent not to be adding a bedroom, but I will confirm that.
A
And
recent one of these, I think Davis was here and expressed concern that the 3-season turns into all-season very easily.
It does, yes. But sometimes it's not weather tight, so if there's
Right.
slats in the
I-
floor or anything like that.
I had one quick question. You say pre-95, you do not mean there are any components.
No, it's just an original, yeah,
That
1989.
would be pre-95 too, it was
That's true. That's true.
pre-78 as well.
From what I can tell, actually, I mean, obviously, it's sized based on the 78 Title V, but it's essentially components that would be acceptable today.
It's not original to the house.
Right, no, I was just making, when it's prior to that, it still could be accessible. Right. I just wanted to confirm it was not.
The past two inspections.
What is the size of the
Never know.
old septic tank?
It's a 1,000 gallon.
I was going to say, I believe it's 1,000.
And how are we on depth to groundwater?
I don't think there was any concerns there.
I know it's a part of town where that can be a topic of discussion.
I don't have that in front of me, but I can certainly check what groundwater is estimated based on the
I can probably find.
test holes and also the groundwater data viewer map.
So in their Title V inspection report, just because I review all of them, they would have had to demonstrate that they can maintain 4 feet
Okay.
before it was passing, so I can.
So that data has proved satisfactory in the inspection report.
Yep.
I'm satisfied with that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
Mr. Chairman,
Sims.
in the matter of 87 Captain Linnell Road, noting the addition of a kitchen addition and a screened porch that will encompass the area currently occupied by the 1,000-gallon septic tank. And having found that this septic system approves in its current, operates satisfactorily in its current condition through a recent septic inspection report, and also finding that a 1,500-gallon tank is an improvement over the 1,000-gallon tank that exists, I move that we grant the, is this a variance?
No.
It's
It's
just-
just an
it's-
approval to
It's approval to connect
connect to
a new septic tank and distribution box to the existing subsoil absorption system.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
For coming in.
thank you for the colored printout too, it's easier to read when they're.
Pass that along to Alice.
Well, it's just the two lines, like, I always, on that last one, there was a bunch of them, because it's like, wait, was this which one's this one? Like, I don't know, it's easier to read.
Yeah. Agenda item number 5 is administrative.
So first up, we have approval for a mobile food truck permit for Polka Dot Panini food truck. This truck was recently acquired by Cam and Tyler Hadfield, who currently run and manage the Rail and the Barley Neck. This truck's commissary kitchen will be out of the Barley Neck, and the menu includes things like chips, paninis, and sandwiches. They have all the necessary certificates, including a Serve Safe food manager and allergen awareness, and the truck has received a passing inspection that was conducted by Heather Holbrook earlier this week. I would recommend approval of this mobile food permit.
Move approval.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Noes? Abstains?
Mr. McGrath abstains.
201. Thank you.
Next up, this is a retroactive approval for a temporary food permit that was applied for by Viv's Kitchen and Juice Bar. There was an event that took place March 27th at Town Cove Tap House for the Kit and Jerry Foundation fundraiser. Viv's has all the necessary certificates like Serve Safe and allergen awareness, and I spoke to the owner beforehand to make sure they were prepared for the event and had things like warming trays to keep any hot food hot. The menu included curry, carrot ginger soup, chicken noodle soup, 3-bean chili, carrot cake muffins, coffee, tea, etc. Last week, when we gave them the permit, we felt like they had everything in place they needed to be able to safely serve food at the event, and I would recommend a retroactive approval of this temporary food permit.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, in the matter of Viv's Kitchen, temporary food permit, record TF 2, I move approval of the previously issued permit.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
300. And Health Agents Report.
Yes, so I'm excited to report that the Phase 2 Order to Connect letters were delivered to the post office this past Monday. About 415-ish certified letters went out for 373 properties. That was carried out largely by John and Bonnie, who had a huge effort and stayed late to make sure those got out in a timely effort. We've already received about 6 applications, and we expect many more to come in quickly, as many engineers have already indicated they have plans that have been reviewed and approved, or have properties that are lined up in the queue to be reviewed by Reggie.
Nice work.
Yes, we're
Everybody.
very excited about that.
So did some properties got multiple letters? Are they condos?
Yeah, well, there were a couple condos where there were multiple owners. I felt like John had one more thing for me to report on that, but we're really happy with the progress. Oh, OpenGov, we finally finished building out that permit, so we also are now going to be taking applications electronically. Anything we have in paper already, we'll process and upload to OpenGov, but we're hoping this will streamline the process because multiple departments can view the application at the same time. And
Excellent.
John doesn't necessarily have to drive around town getting everyone's signature, so we're hoping this will expedite the process in Phase 2. We are still working on our short-term rental regulations, but you can probably expect to see those in the next month or so. Alex Fitch will come and give an update on those and run through the regulations for you guys, because she's been putting a lot of time and effort this spring on working on those. And then you also can expect to see Chris Sundo come at our next Board of Health meeting, April 16th, to discuss the opioid focus group discussions that took place last fall. They've gathered all that information and put it in a report and have a presentation ready for you guys to go over what was found.
Excellent.
That's all I have.
Okay.
On OpenGov,
Mm-hmm.
I had an interesting experience applying for a burning permit.
Oh,
And I put all the data in that it asked for,
okay.
and including using very specifically my cell phone number throughout that particular data entry exercise. And then when I went to put in my credit card to pay for it, it required that I verify my phone number, and it sent a text message to an old landline phone number. I have no idea where it dragged it in from.
Okay.
I mentioned this to the fire department when I went and dropped off my check. And she noted that sometimes it just drags data in from some unknown place. So, I just thought I'd mention it so you're forewarned.
That's good to know. We haven't had that feedback
Interesting.
before. A lot of our people still like to drop off checks, but I will.
You know, it was an easy solve for
Yeah.
me. It might not be easy for someone from Glastonbury, Connecticut.
I agree. Or anyone else who might be operating it, so good to know.
Excellent. Super. Move adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.